hold on a sec. Let's try that again, this time with my mic actually on. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Too loud. Here we go. Thanks, Dan.
I'm going to stand over here further away from the other microphones so that we don't get that feedback. It is such a wonderful evening where we not only get to celebrate Shabbat after a gorgeous day, but that we have 14 wonderful students who have committed to most of the past year learning and studying in order to prepare to be called to the Torah as B'nai Mitzvah. And it has been such a pleasure to work with them, and I'm really excited for the service that they are leading for you tonight. We begin with the words of Hine Matov. If you would like to follow along in your prayer book, there are numbers at the top of each page, at the top of each slide, and there are large print handouts for you to follow along with.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה, יאללה לה 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 לה. יאללה לה 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 לה. יאללה לה 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 לה. לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
From the very beginning of Torah, we learn about the importance of light. Thank you. In Genesis, we read that prior to the creation of light, there was chaos, darkness, and chaotic waters. The light that was created brought about goodness. God then divided the light and darkness, bringing balance to the earth. In our parsha, an instrument of light, the menorah or lampstand, is discussed. Aaron is given instruction on how to kindle the menorah in order to bring forth the light of creation. This light rules away the darkness of chaos and brings goodness and order into our world. To kindle the light is a mitzvah that we carry out every Shabbat and holy day to mark an important separation in time. When we light the candles, we bring about a physical representation of Shabbat, which acts as a reminder of our covenant. Like the first light of creation, it can give us a sense of balance that can be turned inward when disorder overwhelms us. Order can be restored with this mitzvah, allowing room for peace, renewal, and the cultivation of hope. When we kindle the lights this evening, I hope that it will spark our souls to remember the peace, renewal, hope, and essence of our covenantal relationship with God.
Please rise as you are able for the lighting of candles and kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei kari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav ve'atzavanu v'shabbat kosho ve'aval ratzon yilanu zikaranu aseh bereshit ki hu yom
be seated.
So please join us on 138 for Laha Dodi.
B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela, Lechadodi, Likrat Kala, Yadadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela, Shamor V'Zakor, V'Durecha, Ishmianu El, Adonai Echad, Ushmo Echad, L'Shem Tiferet Be'ila, Lechadodi V'Krat Kala, Yadadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela, Lechadodi V'Krat Kala, Yadadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela, Likrat Shabbat, Lekuven Elchal, Ki Likor HaBracha, Merosh Mikedem Nesucha, Sof Maaseh B'Mafshat Tchila, Lechadodi Likrat Kala, Yadadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela, Lechadodi Likrat Kala, Yadadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela, Itoreri, Itoreri, Piva Orech, Uri, 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 Shir Dagari, Yevod Adonai, Alai Mikvah, Lechadodi Likrat Kala, Yadadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela. Please stand and face the entrance. Yadadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela. Boi v'shalom, ateret Allah, Gam b'simcha u'lesola, toch emunei al segula, Boi chala, Boi chala. Lechadodi Likrat Kala, Yadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela, Lechadodi Likrat Kala, Yadai, 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 B'nai Shabbat, Lekabela.
On page 142, let's read together the Psalm for Shabbat.
Or on the screen in front of you.
Sorry, thank you. Page 140, a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night. With 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together, you have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shall shout for joy at your handiwork. Great are your works, Adonai. How very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this. Sadiq Katamari Frak, Sadiq Katamari Frak, Sadiq Katamari Frak, Sadiq Katamari Frak. Eretz Valon Nizeh, 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 Eretz Valon Nizeh. Sadik Katamar Yifrak. Sadik Katamar Yifrak Yifrak. Sadik Katamar Yifrak. Eretz Alvano Yizke. 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 Eretz Alvano Yizke.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlaki, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlaki, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Moachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlaki, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Barkuni l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlaki, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Barkuni l'shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlaki, Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
Zeichem.
Zeichem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlaki, Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
Please rise as you're able for Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש מרבה, וילמד יברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחייכון ומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעלמי עלמיה. יפרח וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם, ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה. ברכו לאלה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן.
I'm just going to give them one opening chord.
Baruch et Adonai,
Please be seated and join us together on page 148. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poter she'arim, uvitna mishanei itim, umachalif et hazmanim, usader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakir kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei hoshech, v'hoshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, Umavdil ben yom uven laila. Adonai Tzivaot Shemo. El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amacha Avata, Amacha Avata. Torah u'mitzvot, Chuchim u'mishpatim, Atanu Elohim Ata, Atanu Elohim Ata. Akein Adonai Eloheinu Epshadeinu, V'keinu Mafei B'Kadesha, Nishmach B'Darei Toracha, U'mitzvotecha Le'olam Va'ed. Ye'ayenu, V'yoed Yevamenu, Uva'hanegei Yom V'ayla, Negem V'layla. V'agat Sha'ir, Mimenu Le'olamim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
In this week's Torah portion, Adonai commanded Moses to speak to Aaron and say to him, "When you mount the lamps, let the 7 lamps give light at the front of the lampstand." So Aaron did this, and the finished piece was a hammered work of gold, hammered from base to petal. According to the pattern that Adonai had shown Moses, so was the lampstand made. But how were these instructions conveyed from God to Moses and then Moses to Aaron? There was no mention of a visual pattern shown by God to Moses, nor was there a single design by which all lampstands were made. Instead, Aaron is offered just words. And Aaron did his job correctly, according to the pattern that Adonai had shown Moses, despite not having received an IKEA pattern with pictures and arrows and numbered components. Instead, just a few words. I suspect that the reverence of this situation opened up a way of listening that created not only clear transmission of information, but also an intimacy of imagination. The latter is what happens when my firstborn son and I share some ridiculously specific idea at the same time, of which he says, "Our mind tubes are connected." Likewise, Adonai and Moses, and then Moses and Aaron, must have shared connected mind tubes because their task was of utmost import. So I suggest that we all need to keep our mind tubes open and ready to receive instructions from God. Otherwise, who knows what we'll miss? Please rise as you are able.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'dvarim ha'eleh Asher Anochi Mitzvah Hayom Al Levavecha V'shinatan Levanecha V'dibarta Bam V'shivtecha B'beitecha Uv'lechtecha B'derech Uv'shoftecha Uv'kumecha Uv'shartam Me'od Yadecha V'hayu Latotofot Beinenecha Uv'taftam Al Lutzot Beitecha Uv'isharecha Leman Tiskiru Vasitem Et Kol Mitzvotai V'tem Kishim Echem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzei Etchem Tzoratz Hayim Lehiot Lachem Lehiim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
In our parsha, B'Haklotecha, the children of Israel become whiners. They complain about trivial problems. Our lives were much better in Egypt, they say. The complaining offends Moses, but how does it affect the complainers? The Israelites were upset with the way their lives had turned out, feeling that things were better in the past. They are almost paralyzed by their regret. They spend more time worrying about what they have lost than thinking about how they could change things to make them better. We all have a tendency to think about the past, regretting either that good times will not return or brooding about disappointments past. Either will prevent us from achieving our potential. Achieving change is hard. I have learned that to be happy, one must fix what is wrong and move on. I have always regretted not being allowed to have a bat mitzvah because I was female. I'm here today because I decided instead of complaining, I could rectify this by participating in this welcoming ceremony at Temple Sinai and become a role model for my three granddaughters, Emma, Alexandra, and Anna. I'm wearing the talit of Woman of the Wall in support of all Jewish women who want full participation in ritual, hoping that by working together as a community, change will come.
In this week's Torah portion, there's a consistent theme of leadership struggles Moses had with the Israelites. The complaining and arguing among the people made it quite a challenge to move forward in their journey. I can only imagine he had more problems getting his siblings, Aaron and Miriam, to go along with him. Sibling rivalry has existed since the beginning of time, going all the way back to Cain and Abel. To add another layer of complication, Moses was the youngest sibling, having authority over his two older siblings. Speaking from experience, I could not imagine my older siblings taking instructions from me. Quite the challenge. In my own family dynamic, sibling rivalry was alive and well. There were 6 of us. My mother had her hands full in dealing with conflict resolution and moving us towards our family goals. Try getting 6 siblings to agree on something without some hard feelings and resentments. Next to impossible. It took some hard knocks and lessons to learn that working against one another just doesn't work. We eventually learned that working together and learning to compromise, picking and choosing the battles that we want to fight, was all part of the process of moving forward, allowing us to accomplish our goals. These same rules of engagement within the community at large also are so important in working together as a people for the common goals. While Moses, Aaron, and Miriam had their struggles working together, they learned to dance in unison, moving the Israelites towards the promised land.
Hamoka atah Adonai, God is Israel.
Shabbat Shalom. I have been asked to speak about accepting things that we cannot control and to do so with dignity. I chose this topic because this certainly is an area in which I could improve. The journey from Sinai was fraught with peril, hardship, extended duration, and colossal uncertainty. In almost no respect could the Israelites control their journey to the promised land. For many of us, so is the journey of modern life. It is filled with uncertainty, whether real, imagined, or perhaps inappropriately amplified at times. There are many things that we cannot control in our own lives. I would not have enjoyed the journey through Sinai, just as there are moments in modern life which require inordinate reconfiguration to my status quo, which are rather painful for me. Yet change becomes necessary at times. The status quo must be cast aside in favor of a modern goal or a modern promised land for oneself. Despite temporary setbacks and impediments, Egypt was no place to stay for time immemorial. For many of us, change occurs when it is intolerable to remain with the status quo. Pursuing our modern destiny requires courage, and courage is not an easy thing to come by. It required a tremendous amount of courage for the Israelites to make their way to the promised land. When faced with change, tradition often serves as a comfort and a shield against the unknown. At times, tradition can be a proxy towards courage and even towards faith. In my mind, the traditions of Judaism established during the road to Sinai may have served as a source of comfort in the stark face of the unknown. I hope the traditions of Judaism serve as a comfort to any of us facing change and things we cannot control in our own modern lives. They are of comfort to me, and I cherish them, particularly when faced with moments which require courage.
A seduction followed by a vicious retaliation. The Lord causes a wind to gather quail abundantly. This occurs following the complaints of the Israelites tired of the desert diet of manna. The people hungry for meat are probably delighted, relieved to be able to get what they have been craving. As they begin chewing on the meat, a plague is visited upon the people. On each side, the Israelites' ultimatum and God's frustrated response. We see an unwillingness to wait, and that leads to a disaster. I recently read that WAIT is an acronym for What Am I Thinking? It was advice given to be cautious because of the impact one's words or actions can have on our relationships. Waiting hopefully leads us to more carefully ponder whether we may be making unreasonable demands on the other, as the Lord and the Israelites may have been doing. Decades ago in the Human Relations Lab, where I had gone to school, a fellow student ripped into me after I said something that on its face did not seem offensive or insulting. I thought, where is she coming from with her anger? Her anger surprised me, so I just sat quietly, recalling my thought process, which was, I could lash out back at her, but this is a human relations training lab, so I will just sit quietly and see what happens. She soon apologized. Because I waited, our exchange led to contemplation on both our parts rather than argument. I was left to contemplate what I may have said that led to her anger. I think the message from Numbers is twofold. First, if we have the capacity to wait in the face of non-life-threatening situations and high levels of frustration, we should use it. Secondly, in situations where we believe we hold and may actually hold all the power and all the cards over others, we must be quite careful and judicious in how we exercise it.
Baruch atah Adonai, haparesu kat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Please join in Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Bein hun vein b'nei Yisrael, b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki shet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam.
In our parsha, the Israelites were going through some difficult times and dealt with them by complaining, which we are told was, quote, evil in the ears of the Lord. It seems fair to observe that God does not think that complaining is the way to get through a difficult time, because he got so angry with the Israelites that he burned down part of their camp. Undeterred, instead of encouraging each other to get through their hardships, the Israelites got together with their families to commiserate. I did not have a bat mitzvah at age 13 because I wasn't Jewish and they don't let you have one. In fact, I grew up in a very Christian environment that did not take kindly to complaining. My grandmother used to, and my mother still does, allow people to describe their troubles once, and would humor them by nodding and replying with a sympathetic smile, "This too shall pass." It drove me crazy. If someone dared to complain about the same thing twice, they were told, "Buck up." That's buck with a B, buck up. In case you're not from rural Ohio, like I am, I'll translate for you. Buck up can mean cheer up, get yourself together, move on, deal with it, or any number of other things that amount to telling someone that only they can adjust their attitude and change their circumstances. It was not a get together and commiserate about your problems kind of environment. It sounds harsh, but it was actually kind, as the goal was to help others help themselves rather than collectively wallowing. Now, in our Siddur, there's a lot of little passages that we don't get to read normally. It's not part of the liturgy. And not that services aren't always super riveting, but sometimes I'll flip through and read some of the other stuff. So in our Siddur, it says on page 165, if you're interested, "Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you." I always liked that part. While my grandmother would have phrased it as "God helps those who help themselves," the message is the same. While it is tempting to commiserate and complain, ultimately you have two choices. You can either put up with a problem, or you can tackle it head on. Whether we're facing difficulties in our own lives or listening to others' troubles, it serves no one and goes against Torah to do otherwise.
Rise if you are able.
Tahilateha Adonai Sifatai Tivta Ufi Yagita Hilateha Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu Vimotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzhak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel V'Leah, Ha'el Hagador, Hagibor V'Hanara, El Elyon, Hasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol, V'Soher Hatzeyavot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'Elem, Laman Shemo Be'ah, Me'al Zero Mashiach Mugain, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Tzara, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mikaye HaKol Me'Torah, Morid Hatah, Makale Kayim Beheset, Mikaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somef Noflim, Verafei Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mikamo Kabal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Meimid tu mechaye umatzmiak Yeshua v'nemana talechayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mekaye hakol Atah kadosh v'shemcha kadosh udkoshim b'chol yam v'lechus selah Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated.
Please join me. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. And may all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh ha-Shabbat.
One of the themes of Behalotecha is leadership, specifically Moses' ability to cope with leading this band of Israelites who are bitterly complaining about almost everything. Sound familiar? In particular, at this point, they are complaining about the food. They miss the foods of Egypt and are tired of manna. Finally, Moses cries out to God and says, "I cannot carry all this people by myself, for it is too much for me. If you would deal thus with me, kill me rather, I beg you, and let me see no more of my wretchedness." In response, God has Moses gather 70 of Israel's elders. God then takes some of the Spirit which is on Moses and shares it out among the 70 elders, so that Moses will not have the burden of leading the people all on his own.
This is an incredible passage about collaborative leadership, about what can happen when one relinquishes at least some control and allows others to step up and lead. Yet, on the other hand, Moses is saying that if he's not able to be accountable to each individual, he should just die. I hope we can puzzle together over what we can learn about leadership and delegation of responsibilities, and how delegation, a notion of shared responsibility, differs from abdication or just giving up.
So does this delegation of authority diminish Moses' role at all? The answer, we think, is not at all. As anyone who's ever been in a leadership role can attest, there is a temptation to try to do everything oneself. We feel that we know what needs to be done and how best to do it.
In this part, Moses gets way stressed out. He's filled with self-doubt and loathing as he feels he's letting his people down and not fulfilling his leadership duties. He just wants to walk away. How many times have we experienced that overwhelming sense of failure and wanted to walk away from a situation, perhaps remember it never happened? After working ourselves up to the point of saying, "Kill me now," we realize we can't do it all ourselves. The solution, interestingly, is to allow others into the same tent of leadership and to encourage leadership and accountability among others on the team, even if it means relinquishing some of the leadership and authority of being a leader.
Reaching out to another person and saying, "I need you to take over this responsibility for me," is an act of trust, and it's hard to do at first. But it is important to do for 3 reasons. First, a single person will burn out if they try to do it all. Secondly, it establishes a 2-way relationship of trust, which will benefit the organization. Finally, it helps build up new leadership that will be able to take over the leadership role farther down the line.
Here, Moses learns that a wider, shared community means that he does not have to suffer alone. That sense of community is what we have at Temple Sinai. Many people are accountable and committed to helping this community thrive. For myself, I have gotten to experience community building with an awe-inspiring group of Jewish adults all working and learning together. It's been an immense privilege and humbling to learn with Rabbi Gorbin and my adult B'nai Mitzvah group this year. I am so grateful that none of us is an island here, and none of us has to go it alone.
We are stronger because we recognize that this biblical model of collaborative leadership continues to be effective into the present day. And now please join me. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, prayers, there may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadha b'yirad na'avod.
I grew up in a beautiful 5-bedroom house with 3, most of the time, wonderful older siblings and 2 loving and supportive parents. I thought everybody had this kind of life. You might say that I took it for granted until I entered the real world and met people who didn't grow up like I did, people who didn't have a mom or dad, people who'd never had opportunities, who had difficult childhoods, who didn't grow up with love and support. When the Israelites wept and said, "If only we had meat to eat," we remember the fish that we used to eat free in Egypt, the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, the onions, and the garlic. Now our gullets are shriveled. There's nothing at all, nothing but this manna to look to. They didn't see the blessing of the miracles that were all around them. They were alive. They had food, and they had each other. They wanted more, and as a result, God gave them too much meat every day for a month, and so much that it was coming out of their nostrils, and it began to make them sick. Instead of complaining, they should have followed the rabbinic teaching, who is rich? One who is happy with what he or she has. There is always something better out there. We should be satisfied with all of God's gifts. There are always people who don't have as much as us, whose daily lives are much more of a burden than ours. If you always want more, there will be no way to be happy. Instead, we should see the beauty and the gifts in our lives.
People complain. It's part of life, and we are mostly immune to it. But what strikes me is that I most remember and am moved by the people who don't complain. My mother, who sadly can't be here tonight, moved to a very small town after she married my father. She dearly loved the game of mahjong, but with no Jewish women in sight for more than 20 miles, instead of complaining, she taught her new non-Jewish friends how to play. She and these friends played mahjong together for 45 years until my mother left our town. To this day, these women still play without her. My father, who passed away years ago, worked 6 days a week in his auto parts business. He spent his only day off driving my brothers and me an hour each way to Sunday school and Hebrew school. He did so without complaining, and in doing this, illustrated how important it was for us to have a Jewish upbringing. I hope that from where he is watching, my father knows that because of his efforts, I am standing here today as a better late than never bat mitzvah. So I do believe that people will hold you in higher regard if you are not a constant complainer. As my dear mother often said, you can wear a frown and have wrinkles, or wear a smile and have friends.
Please read with me together in English. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha l'cha na'eh l'hadot.
So at this point in Numbers, Moses has spent the last year leading the Jews through the wilderness. Moses is trying to elevate his people to a higher plane and prepare them to enter the promised land. Yet he is met with complaining and rebellion. Despite Moses' understanding of Adonai's plan and the purpose for the Jews, the people do not, resulting in longing for how life was in Egypt. Moses pleads with God that the burden of leading is too much for him to bear. And then the Lord said to Moses, "Gather me 70 of Israel's elders, of whom have experience as elders and officers of the people, and bring them to the tent of meeting, and let them take their place with you. I will come down and speak with you there. I will draw upon them the Spirit that is on you, and put it on to them. They shall share the burden of the people with you." And with that, God takes some of the gifts, some of the Spirit, and imparts it into the other leaders. The vision, the mission, the purpose of wandering in the wilderness, the clear goal of reaching the promised land, moves from Moses over to the elders. This moment is the peak of Moses' power as a leader of the Jews and represents the beginning of the transition of leadership from Moses to others. With this change, the original vision is not lost. Instead, implementation of the vision is enhanced because the burden of leadership no longer rests on the shoulders of one individual. In fact, this is a key moment, for as we know, Moses is not going to enter the promised land. The mission is carried out and fulfilled as intended. However, it is the elders and others who carry the vision forward and lead the Jews into the promised land and lead the people to become a nation. Now, this serves for us as a reminder. Any great organization cannot come into the world solely through an individual. If it truly has meaning, it cannot go past an individual leader's life if it is not passed on. It is incumbent upon any good leader to clearly share a vision, a mission, a purpose, a why with those around him or her. Without the conveying of meaning and purpose, nothing great can be accomplished. Despite knowing this to be true, I struggle with this almost every day. I know the most important thing I can do for those around me in business, in my volunteer life, or in my family is to give them a clear vision and a why. I forget that those around me are willing to share my burden if I can just get past sharing leadership and conveying meaning to them.
Atah Adonai hamvarech et amo Yisrael bashalom.
In this week's Torah portion, we are told that the riffraff of the Israelites despite God's providing them with all the manna they needed, and despite its tasting like rich cream, complained bitterly that it was not enough. I think most of us, if we step off the treadmill of our all too busy lives for a minute, realize that we too have all we need materially. But unlike the ungrateful Israelites, we don't grumble or whine that it's not enough. Instead, we sometimes feel overwhelmed by all the stuff of our lives, all the possessions, all the meetings, all the messages to return, all the programs, the projects, the striving, the busyness. Maybe we are more like the Israelites, drowning in all the quail which God sent in response to their cries. With all we have, I wonder if we still don't feel something is missing. Perhaps it is our spirits that are shriveled, though our gullets are full to the point of choking. This past year of studying with Rabbi Gorbin and the wonderful members of our B'nai Mitzvah class has been much needed nourishment for my spirit. The laughter I share when I make the time to spend with my best old friends, several of which are here tonight, is more manna for my spirit. Hiking in Frick Park with my granddaughter Maddie looking for fairy houses, and quietly cuddling with her 2-year-old sister in my lap with her pile of books and her otherwise nameless baby are gourmet meals for my spirit. As we turn to silent prayer, I hope you look for and find the enrichment that your spirit craves.
Shalom Aleinu, Kol Yisrael, Imru, Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Kol Yisrael, Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Kol Yisrael.
Please rise as you're able for the Torah service.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, v'ein kemasecha, malchutecha, malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha bechol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai imloch, leolam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Av harachamim heitiv avirtzoncha et Zion. Tivnei chomot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chomot
שנתן תורה, תורה. ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה. לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו. גדלו אדוני איתי, ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה, והגבורה והתפארת, והנצח וההוד. ככל בשמיים ובארץ, ככל בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני הממלכה, ימית נעשה לכל ראש. לך אדוני הגדולה, והגבורה והתפארת, והנצח וההוד. ככל בשמיים ובארץ, ככל בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני הממלכה, ימית נעשה לכל ראש. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו, רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו, רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להקדשו. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
As soon as the ark is closed, you may be seated. As you have heard, we are in Parshat Behalotecha, which is towards the beginning of Numbers, and there's a lot of complaining. There's also a lot of other interesting stuff from the lantern, the menorah to the it's okay, to the silver trumpets and some sibling rivalry between Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. As you can see, everyone is going to be reading a little bit. They're all lined up for it. And so it is my honor to get to call you all up as B'nai Mitzvah. Yamdu Abnei Mitzvah Gedalia le ben Reuven Medina v'Chaya Rivka bat Noach v'Shoshana v'Shira bat Yankel v'Simcha Chaya bat Velva v'Rut v'Liora bat Avram v'Sara v'Mayan v'Chava bat Avram v'Sara v'Yehudit bat Moshe v'Shoshana v'Rut bat Avram v'Sara v'Dvora v'Ima Shalom bat Avram v'Sara v'Adla Chasha v'Yosef ben Avraham v'Sara v'Chaya Abigail bat Avram v'Sara v'David Feivel ben Shaul v'Rut. Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach, Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Ha'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Ha'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu et Torato.
V'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Vai ha'om kametonanim ra b'yotznei Adonai. Vayishma Adonai vayihar hapo vativar bam esh Adonai Vatochakol b'yoksnei hamachaneh vayitzak ha'om el Moshe vayitpalel Moshe el Adonai vayishka ha'esh vayikra Shem hamakom hahu avera kiva aravam esh Adonai.
V'asav suf asher bikirbo hitavu ta'ava v'yivoshu v'yivchu gam b'nei Yisrael v'yomru b'yachilenu basor. Zachrenu et hadaga asher nachal b'Mitzrayim, hinam et ha'keshuim ve'et ha'avatachim ve'et ha'chatzir ve'et ha'psalim ve'et ha'shumim ve'ata nafshenu yevesha ein kol bilti el haman einenu.
V'heman kizrugad hu ve'enu kahen habdolah. Shatu ha'am v'laktu v'tahanu v'rei ha'im o daku bamdoka uvishlu bapurur v'asu Oto ugot v'haya tamo keta'an l'shad hashemen uvradet hatal al holmakahne lila yired hatal haman alav.
Vayishma Moshe et ha'am bechol משפקותיו איש לפתח אוהלו, ויקר אף אדוני מאוד, ובעיני משה רע. ויאמר משה אל אדוני, למה הראותי לפני לעבדך, ולמה לא מצאתי כן בעיניך לשום אל מסע כל העם הזה עליי.
Anoki haritai et kol ha'am hazeh im anoki yalid tihu ki tomar ali saehu vakechicha ka asher yisa ha'omein et hayunek al ha'adamah asher nishvata la'avotav me'an li vasar latet lakol ha'am hazeh ki yivku ali la'amor tanalanu vaser vanokila.
Lo ulchal anochi levadi lased et kol ha'am hazeh ki kaved mimeni ve'im kacha at hoseli horgeni na harog imatzati et beinecha ve'al hereh berati.
Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Esfali Shavim Ish Mizaknei Yisrael Asher Yadata Ki Ham Ziknei He'em Vishotrav Vilahata El Ohel Otam El Ohel Moed Vehiteyat Zvu Sham Imach.
וירדתי ודיברתי עמך שם ועצרתי מן הרוח אשר עליך ושמתי עליהם ונשאו אותך במסע העם ולא תישא אתה לבדך.
Va'el hayam tomar hikachu lemahar vehaltem basar ki vehaltem beozne Adonai lemor mi yakilenu basar ki tov lanu bamitzrayim venatan Adonai lahem. basar vehatem. Lo yom ehad toklun velo yomayim velo hamisho yamim velo asara yamim velo esrim yom ad hodesh yamim ad asher yitzeh me'aprem vehavya lahem lazara yan kimastem et Adonai asher bekirbehem vativku lefanav lemor lamazeh vatzanu mi Mitzrayim.
Vayomer Moshe shesh me'ot alef raglihi ha-ha-ha-ham asher onohihi birkirbo ve'ata hamarta basar eten lahem ve'akluhu chodesh yamim hatzon uvekar yeshachet lahem umatzah lahem im et kol degei hayam yasef lahem umatzah lahem vayomer Adonai el Moshe hayad Adonai tiksar ataha tirei hayikracha devarim lo.
Vayetze Moshe, vayedber el ha'am, et divrei Adonai vayetsof shivim ish mizignei ha'am, vayamed otam sevivot ha'ohel, vayered Adonai bayanan, vayedber elav, vayetzel min haruach asher alav, Vayeten al shivim ish haskenim vayahi kanoach alehem haruach vayitnebu velo yasafu.
Vayisharu Shnei Anashem Ber Makana Shem Hayomar Achad Eldad Yashem Hasheni Kidam Edad Yatunu Atah Harua Vehema Baktuvim Velo Yitzu Ha'ohela Vetach Vitnabu Bamachane Yarots Hanasher Hanar Vayoged LaMoshe Vayomar El
Hadad Umedad Mitnabim Bimachane Vayomar Vayan Yeshua Ben Nun Moshe Minachrav Vayomar Adoni Moshe Kilaem.
Vayomer lo Moshe hamekane ata li umi yiten kulam Adonai neviim kiten Adonai et rucho elehem vayasef Moshe el hamachane hu v'ziknei Yisrael.
Varua nasamet Adonai Vayakov salvim min hayam vatsa vayatosh amaneh v'derech hayom kol avadeh hakoderech yom kol savivot amaneh uchamachtim al pei hasaretz vayakom hayam kol hayom ahavaru vakol halayla vakol yom hamaracharat vayahatush et asalav hamanit asarah hamarim vayishtachu lachem sarava shachtoa savivivut hamachaneh.
Abasar Odenu Ben Shinehem Terem Ikaret Be'af Adonai Chara Ba'am Be'ach Adonai Be'yam Makah Rabah Meod Ve'yikra Et Shem HaMakom Hahu Kivrod Hata'ava Kisham Kevru et ha'am hamitavim mikirot hata'ava nasu ha'am chatzerot v'yehu bechatzerot.
They deserve a yasher koach, don't they? Okay, come close again. And the blessing after the reading of the Torah, Susan, I'm going to give this to you.
Eloheinu
Hold on a second. They need a better amen than that.
Amen. Elohei avotenu v'imotenu v'dorotenu, the God of our fathers and mothers and all of our generations. So many different walks of life are represented here at this moment, at this sacred time, when so many different voices have come together to read Torah, to make it not a simple letter on a parchment, but to give it a voice. The voice of each one of you in your lives. All of your lives have unfolded to this very moment for you to come and be a blessing. You have been a blessing to each other, as so many of you have said. You've been a blessing to us by being learners who don't take our text literally, but take it seriously and take each other with warm heart and affection. May you be blessed not only this night, but may you be blessed everywhere you go from this place and from this moment. May you carry the fire, the spark, the flame, not of destruction of your Torah portion, but of faith and spirit, and ignite your friends and your family with your joy of Torah. May Torah be part of your life not only now, but for days and months and years to come. May it give you joy that you did this, and satisfaction in your heart that you stood up in front of others even when the heart may have been unwilling. May you be blessed throughout your entire lives, even as you're blessed at this moment. May God bless you and keep you. May God cause God's light to shine on you and be gracious to you. May God lift up God's presence to you and grant you wholeness, joy, fulfillment, faith, spirit, and peace. As together we all say, Amen.
While we have the Torah scrolls open, let us take a moment to consider those that are struggling, for whatever reason, through life. We invite you to bring to mind those in your life that are in need of strength, healing, of mind, body, and spirit.
Mikor hambracha
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
Please rise as you are able for Hagbah and Galila as we lift and dress the Torah.
Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 there you go. Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, Tziva Lanu Moshe.
We remain standing to return the Torah to the ark.
It's Chaim Lamachzikim ba v'tom me'ushar derachei noam v'chol tivotei shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha Nashuva Kadesh Kadesh Yameinu Kadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
Wait, you all have to come back up here. This is where I get to do the parents' blessing. Oh, I remember how happy I was when... We're fast forward again. Really was wonderful and a surprise to have all of you in this class, and I am so glad that each of you decided to participate and especially decided to continue with the service. I know it's been a lot of hard work and it's been a lot of difficulty. Sometimes it felt like you were in the wilderness, just like the Israelites were. And sometimes it was hard to remember what was ahead. But with time and with perseverance, you have made it to this moment where you are formally and fully taking your place in the Jewish community. And it is my honor to have walked with you down that path, to have guided you through some of that, and to have learned from each and every one of you as well. I am so grateful for the wisdom that you have shared with me and with our community, and I hope that you use this as a jumping off point, a beginning to continue sharing the wisdom, sharing the insight, sharing your perspectives that each of you has with the community and with me. And to this I say, let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Okay, now you can go back to your seats. Except you.
Hey, Todd, get up here. Come here. Stand right here, face me, and hold hands like you like each other. There you go. Right here. I know you like it. Come here. Right here. Right here. There we go. Ruach HaShalom, Makor HaHava, Spirit of peace and the source of love. Todd and Elaine stand here with a smile and a glint in their eye, just as they did so many years ago. To see your Facebook picture, to see the same glint, now tempered with some wisdom and understanding, is extraordinary. To have been through challenges and stand on top. To have been through all kinds of wonderfulness and know that you're better for having done it together. To know that you would rather do anything with this person than anything else alone is to be a blessing to each other as you have been since the day you were married. Right now, you stand with our tradition on your right, the sacred Torah, and your community, the the Kehillah, sacred as well. And all that holiness comes together at this point in your lives, in this space that you stand. Your children look upon you with love. And the love that you could not even imagine all those years ago comes back to you wave after wave. May this be a celebration of what was and a hope for a future that is yet to be, that you create. May you be the blessings that you have given to so many others, family and friends, and may be blessed throughout your lives together, even as you are both blessed at this moment. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you. May God cause God's light to shine on you and be gracious to you. May God lift up God's presence to you every day of your lives. May you see it in the eyes of your children and those who care for you so much, that it bring you wholeness, joy, and peace. As together we all say, Amen. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Mazel tov. Yes, you get to kiss the groom again. Okay. Before I give an announcement or two, we'd like to thank people who really were extraordinary all day in helping with dinner. And that's Lynn Naiman, Lynn Rubinson, Laura Arnold, Paula Ruling, Carol Rubenstein, Kelly Van Aken, Barbara Gibson, and Mara Kaplan. And if you want to come to dinner, where's Mara? Mara? Didn't you say that we could invite people just to come? Anybody who's here who wants to come to dinner, just come to dinner, okay? It's dinner for the whole community. We hope that you will join us as we celebrate. So I'd like to thank our greeter, Arlene Smith. I'd like to say that tomorrow there's Torah study at 8:30 in the morning, and the minyan is at 9:15 in the chapel. And there's mini minyan tomorrow at 9:15 as well, down in the Rogaliner Lounge. What? Mike Gordon, where's Mike? And Dora G, thank you for helping get people where they need to be tonight. You look great in that red kippah, Dora G. Wonderful. We also want to say that tomorrow night we have a very special program. One of our most beloved members, Fritz Ottenheimer, a survivor of the Holocaust. We're going to show a film about him. He's going to be here, and it's going to be in the Falk Auditorium at 7 o'clock, followed by a discussion in Havdalah. There is the Bereshi class with Cantor Berman in the Malakoff conference room at 11 o'clock on Sunday. And there is a Mariv, a regular Mariv service at 7 o'clock on Wednesday for those who want to pray the evening service, that's the daily service, or those who want to come and say Kaddish. Next week, there are Tot Shabbat, snacks and schmoozing, followed by services at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on next Friday. And next Shabbat evening service is a family service with the June birthday blessings and oneg to follow, with ice cream on the 16th at 7 o'clock. And after that, Shabbat after hours with the young adults will be in the Lockout Lounge. Who's going to be running that? I guess I.
I don't actually need to be there.
Oh, the young adults who can run it all that, because we just learned about leadership all night long, which is fantastic.
Also,
I want to give my
marching in
personal
pride.
yesher koach to every one of our students here. Every one of them not only worked so hard, but they did it out of love, and they did it out of commitment. And I see flowers for Rabbi Gorbin, don't I? Oh, come on up. Come on,
Okay,
Rabbi
can I
Gorbin.
just add one more announcement?
Please.
This Sunday, our congregation is marching in the Pride March. Do you know where you're meeting?
Well, the march, as usual, is at Freedom Corner, and we step off at 12:30. Parking is going to be challenging, so find a way to make your way down there. I think we have a banner. Look for the Temple Sinai banner, and we'll march together.
It's an awesome banner.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, I got to take a picture with it.
Do you want to say hi to her?
I do.
Then go.
I do. Would you like to all get up and...
Okay. Will the class please rise and surround their teacher?
Okay, let's see if I can do this without crying. Because, this is really has been an incredible journey for all of us. I just want to share with our friends and family and temple community what an incredibly dedicated teacher we have had. So we started last fall and met every Wednesday night at 7:45. Initially, it was supposed to be an hour, and then it went to an hour and 15 minutes, and by the end, we were at 2 hours. The incredible patience and dedication that Rabbi Gorbin has shown us, her depth of knowledge. So first she taught us the order of the services, and we kept stumbling, and she kept saying, you can do this, and you can understand this, and practice your prayers. And then we moved on to studying each book of the Torah. She then introduced us to our Torah portion, and then into Midrash. And we dug and dug and dug even more deeply. And then very patiently worked with each of us individually to prepare a Divrei Torah. We simply could not be here today without the incredible commitment and the love of Rabbi Gorbin. So I want to say thank you from all of us.
I told them I wasn't going to do this during the service, but I have to.
Please rise as you are able for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabach Adon hakol, latet gedula le'atzer breshit, shelo samanu kod hamana, shelo sam ha'enu kahem, Aleinu amana. Ushema, Ushema, Ushema Echad.
We save the best for last.
Thank you. Our Torah portion finds the Israelites wandering in the desert, complaining about many things. They want to eat meat. They remember the fish they had in Egypt, also the cucumbers, watermelon, and vegetables. They were tired of manna. They were kvetching, apparently a long-standing Jewish tradition. Moses became angry. God was angry. It was a mess. I thought about my Jewish journey, the times that I too felt lost, the things that I complained about. My early Jewish education was centered at Road of Sholem. I wasn't a very good student. At age 8, my father asked if I would like to study for a bar mitzvah. That seemed complicated, and besides that, we would have had to join another congregation. That seemed complicated, and besides that, what 8-year-old wants to take on all that extra work? I've long regretted my youthful decision. I had some additional Jewish education at Brandeis University, but not much. In recent years, I have come to appreciate the beauty, breadth, and depth of our Jewish tradition through my experiences at Temple Sinai and through the Hartman program both here and in Jerusalem last summer. I've studied Hebrew with Rabbi Simons for the last 2 years. Rabbi Gibson, Rabbi Gorbin, and Cantor Berman have helped to make Judaism accessible, comprehensible, and welcoming. I am lucky indeed. I have much to learn. As I stand here in this beautiful new talit and kippah, I am reminded that my father had a talit that was handmade by his grandmother. He loaned it to a friend. Soon thereafter, the friend died suddenly. His family found the talit among his possessions and buried him in it. So much for traditional family Jewish objects. But there is much that we can take with us that are not possessions. When we find ourselves lost and wandering, our Jewish faith can provide strength and guidance. Our distress is a direct connection to our past, to thousands of years of Judaism. Our trust in God, our religious traditions, and our religious values lead the way forward. These are the lessons I have learned and continue to explore.
It's hard to sing of oneness when our world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone, and not but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind. Tonight we remember a marvelous man, Scott Penner, who died long before he should have. With his wife and his 2 children and his incredible family, he had much to live for. And yet he lives on here and now. He lives on through those who loved him so much. He lives on in light, the light of his children, who are almost adults, the light of his wife, who fell in love with him all those many years ago. In the name of the Congregation Temple Sinai, in the name of the family of Penner, we hereby dedicate this yard-side plaque, which will be affixed after our service tonight, for Scott G. Penner. We hope that his family will take it as but a token of his ongoing presence in the world through them, a love that will not die, a love that moves them to be their best selves, to laugh the way Scott himself would have wanted them to. It's our custom as we honor those, that we recite the names of those whose yahrzeit occur in the coming week. If you are saying Kaddish for that person, we'll ask you to rise so we can recognize you as a mourner. And then at the very end, we'll say the names of those who have died recently. And then we'll rise with our mourners so that mourners do not stand alone. This week we commemorate the memory of the death of Lillian Amper, Elias Ossenberg, and Eva Ossenberg, Frank Bennett, Louis Engelberg, and Shirley Farbman, Sidney Fields, Helen Fine, David Fisher, Ida Goldblum, and Simon Good, Bill Grossman, Rima Hersbrunn, and Louis Jackson, Sylvia German, Zola Klein, Paul Kosis, Ida Kosofsky, Benjamin M. Kramer, Bernard Lazar, Mildred Lefkowitz, Roseanne Varon Lehman, Sarah Lewis, Sophie Liss, and Alan Miller, David Perlstein, Leah Pasach Podolsky, Jacob Soblowski, Myron Savage, and Jacob Shine, Morris L. Shapiro, Harold Sharinsky, Lillian Weisberg, Philip Weiss, and Irene Teresa Wells. And we'd still commemorate the deaths of Sidney Rosenthal, and we are mourning with the family of Larry Stepp, whose uncle Leonard just died this week. And now we rise with our mourners so they do not stand alone. If you're looking in your book, we're on page 294 or 598, and you're helping us? There we go. Come on. And those who will may join in saying their Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Yamad divrach yirotev yamlich melchuteh v'chayachon v'yomechon u'chayir kol beit Yisrael v'agalav v'yizman kariv v'imru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'maya maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudashah b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru
amen.
O Aseh Shalom ben Ramav, Huya Aseh Shalom Aleinu Kol Yisrael Vimru. Amen.
May the source of peace in the high heavens cause peace to descend on all of us, all Israel, upon a truly broken world desperately in need of healing, upon all of us who mourn our beloved dead, as together we all say, Amen. Please remain standing. Our final song is a wonderful Shehechianu that was written by an Israeli composer named Tzvika P. Come in the middle, guys. We're going to sing Shehechianu. We're going to sing it twice through. If you don't know it, you'll know it by the second time. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Amen. From the beginning. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Here we go. Amen. Last time.
I'm right here.
There you are.
Bruchim atem v'voachem, bruchim atem b'tzeitchem. Blessed are you as you come into this place of prayer and learning and community. And blessed may you be as you go out sharing the wisdom and insight and passion, at least that these 14 wonderful B'nai Mitzvah have, if not your own as well. And let us say,
Amen.
Amen. And because we're all going to go into the auditorium just afterwards, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi min haaretz. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.